This series is proudly brought to you by MLMtipsandadvice.com.au, the internet's #1 source on succeeding in MLM, and is hosted by myself, Matt Lloyd. So I wanted to talk to you today about why is Avon such a big company in the MLM industry. Now, before I get started, let me point out I am not a rep for Avon. I'm basically just giving you here my own research. I'm actually in another company. But if you are looking at Avon, I want to give you some stats. So, Avon, right now they're in 113 countries, which is fairly incredible. They've been in business for 125 years. Now, did you know that the average MLM company is not even in business for 5 years? So again, that is very successful. Very impressive, actually. 5 million reps. Again, the average MLM company, they're lucky to get a few thousand. Most never actually get off the ground. So 5 million reps, that's a huge, huge sales force. Annual sales volume is $10.8 billion. A lot. So as you can see, in the MLM direct sales industry, Avon, they truly are a giant. They really are. And they continue to grow. Okay, so what do these numbers tell you? If you are thinking about joining Avon, or you're just doing your due diligence on it, or you're just curious, from what I've found myself, there's definitely a lot of stability in that company. They've been consistently at the top of Fortune magazine's leading companies. So without a doubt, they are a huge name. Now, again, if this sounds like a commercial, it's not meant to. I truly am impressed with this country. Sorry, with this company, what they've been able to do. Now, let's take a look at some more facts and figures around Avon. So what I've done is I've just gone and collected some numbers, and I want to show these to you right now. Now, when you get started for Avon, your startup cost, it's going to be around $10. So it's very, very cheap. The downside to that is usually when you join a company and it's very cheap to get started, what that usually means is that as you're enrolling other people into your team, it's also very cheap for them, and that means your profit margins aren't going to be that great. There are some direct sales companies in this niche where it's literally around $2,000 to get started. Okay, I was once in one. And it doesn't just stop there. Okay, some of these top tier companies, which are $2K to get started, they can go right up to $25,000 to get fully positioned. So Avon is on the other side of that scale. It is very cheap to get started, which means all other things being equal, you're going to have an easier time getting sales. However, with the products, they are at a much lower price point than some other companies. So it means less profit margins. So their most affordable lipstick, which is one of their products, retails at $6. For $10, you're going to get a starter kit that includes sample products, around 2 to 3 catalogs with different campaigns, brochures, and some more info to just get you started in your business. So it's kind of like a little miniature business starter kit. Now, building up your inventory, it's not really a requirement if you want to be an Avon rep, which is definitely important. Okay, because some MLM companies, they're going to require you to go and invest in a lot of inventory, and you have to store that in your own home. Okay, and then it's up to you to sell it all. Whereas other companies, you basically, you don't get involved in that. They handle all the inventory, and you just worry about selling it, and then they'll ship the products to your customers. So all you have to do is sell Avon products to customers, and they do recommend starting off in your warm market, which means family and friends. Okay, now some people are against this, others aren't. Personally, I prefer to generate leads online, and I prefer to market to people who are already searching to get started in their own business. Okay, but when you're just getting started and you don't know anything about internet marketing and you're completely new, well then yes, one of the quickest ways to get started is by going to your warm market. Now, some examples. Let's say that a sale of, you do something like $25 to $144, that's going to earn you a commission of around 20%. So if you look at the best sellers page on Avon, the product prices, they're going to average around $20. Like I said, it's quite a low price point. So a total sales of around $40 with just 2 products, you're earning around $8. Now it doesn't sound like a lot. However, most of these products that you're selling, they are what you would call consumables. So that means that people are using them, and once they're used, they're going to be buying them again month after month after month, hopefully. So even if you're only getting $8, it does start to add up. Okay, if you have someone who's spending $40 with you every month over the course of a year, that's around $96 a year. Now, if you can do that with 100 people, well then, as you can see, it starts to go up. That's around $10,000. So regardless of which MLM company you join, you have to get busy. You've got to be out there making lots and lots of sales. Now, if you want to have a 50% commission, you've got to generate a total of around $1,550. Okay, and you're going to earn around $775 of that. Okay, so that's around 78 products at about $20 each. Like I said, you're going to have to get busy, but like any business you start, that's just required. Now, some people say that 5 million reps in a company, that's impressive. However, other people can also look at that as a downside, as a threat. Because you might think that with that many other agents out there selling the same product as you, that's a lot of competition. And you're basically becoming just a commodity. Okay, you're just one of 5 million people. Some people even think that maybe the market is getting saturated. Okay, won't it eventually run out at some point? Won't there be so many reps that it's just impossible to compete? So that's a question you've got to ask. And you've got to remember that if you're signing up another distributor, that's the exact same question that they're going to be asking too. Personally, in my opinion, it doesn't really matter too much. Okay, you might think that 5 million is a lot, but trust me, at the current rate that they've been growing at, it looks like they're going to keep on going. Okay, now the other downside or threat that some people have is if you look at the DSA site, so if you go to dsa.com, which stands for Direct Sellers Association, this is a site that basically has all the big main MLM companies on it. You're going to find around 100 other companies who sell very similar products to Avon, all competing. Okay, and each of these have either thousands or millions of reps. So again, you might look at this and think there's a lot of competition. Okay, the other thing is some people also report that catalogs of Avon, the succeeding ones you get, are not provided for free, meaning that you have to keep on purchasing them. And because you're not compelled to have inventory, it may be difficult to present samples or to show people samples of the product whenever they want to see them. Okay? So you've got to weigh up all the pros and cons of these things. Regardless of whatever MLM company you join, there are going to be pros and there are going to be definitely cons. You've got to weigh this up. At the end of the day, though, to tell you the blunt truth, people aren't going to join you for the company that you represent. They're going to join you for you. Okay, they're going to be looking at you. People join people. People don't join companies. Okay, so you always want to remember that. Now, remember Avon, they're continuously present in lots of different media. In general, companies spend around 2% of their sales on marketing. So for Avon, that's around $216 million on marketing alone. That's if they're doing it. I don't know if they are, but I do know they have a fairly aggressive marketing campaign. To add to that, they're definitely active in the social networking sites, definitely on Facebook. Okay, if you look at the fan page of Avon on Facebook, they have a ton of followers, of fans, lots and lots. So if you think about it, probably 8 out of 10 people each know at least one Avon rep. And second, they keep everything very fresh. Okay, so they're coming up with new products for direct selling and campaigns regularly. Every 2 weeks, Avon issue a new campaign and they update catalogs that their reps can use as a sales tool. And third, they say that Avon understands value for money. Okay, they tend to provide people around the globe with everyday use products which they can afford without really compromising on quality too much. So whether you're joining a company as an employee or an employer, stability is very, very important. Now, with the rep that Avon has and the fact that they've been in business for so long, it doesn't really look like they're going anywhere, at least for the next century. Now, if you'd like more free tips and advice on doing well in MLM, or you're just doing your research and you're possibly thinking about getting into the industry, then what you need to do is go to mlmtipsandadvice.com.au right now. You got to go there right now, and you are going to be overwhelmed with just how much free, valuable information there is. And for a limited time only, you're also going to get a free copy of my controversial book, The Hidden Truth. Now, this is basically from 3 years of experience of making every single mistake you can make in MLM, and it's everything I've ever learned about the truth about succeeding in MLM. It's over 40 pages. I have sold it before. I am giving it away right now for free. So if you want to get that book for free, just go to mlmtipsandadvice.com.au. I'll see you real soon.